You know, Connecticut's history goes back to the original settlers. Some history we remember, some we forget, but not our next guests. They're history hunters, the Siskel and Ebert of Nutmeg State history, if you will. Welcome historians Bill Foudy and Michael Bilava. And authors of these two books. Now, Michael, you were with us not too long ago talking about Wicked New Haven.
That's right.
Very interesting stuff. And Bill, you have this Connecticut miscellany, ESPN, The Age of Reptiles, Cow Parade, and more. Both looking like very interesting books. All right, so Michael, what do you want to talk about?
Well, the thing that I have been thinking about, when you think about Connecticut, folks don't really think about maybe the mysticism that's associated with the state. You might think about the fiction of Harry Potter, but there are definitely pilgrimage available sites to visit in Connecticut. And I always think back on Ender's Island and the severed arm of Saint Edmund, and he's been there since 2002, and that's run by at the St. Edmund's Retreat on a tiny island off of Mystic, Connecticut.
So kind of an interesting this is sort of like spooky stuff. There's a bit of a haunted history to this.
Well, it's a sacred site, and it's a Roman Catholic site. Folks can visit the church anytime, of course, but the gentleman has been associated, the saint has been associated with miracles since his death in 1240.
Aren't they going to give him his arm back, though? His
arm is permanently in a case,
really?
in a scarlet tunic, and on display.
You buying this, Bill?
I guess, but I wonder, it's sort of like St. Teresa. If you go through Europe, every cathedral, church, and parish house has the finger of St. Teresa.
And so how many fingers can a cow have?
How many fingers?
Well, so how many arms are there?
Well, the same thing with the Charter Oak. When the Charter Oak was fell down, and then they created furniture and toothpicks out of it that they could have stretched from here to California.
And Sam Colt bought the rest of the tree.
Yeah.
And all of his stuff goes to the Wadsworth Athenaeum. And for all the furniture, there are still huge pieces.
And that's a true miracle. How do you stretch this out?
Well, that's what it is, yes.
Right.
Yeah,
As Mark Twain said, welcome to the city of Hartford, the home of the Charter Oak, of which half the town was built.
And the other half probably built of the same tree. So there is a lot of weird stuff you guys are talking about here. Do you have anything? Now, you have something here in a bottle here.
Well, there are also curiosities. Linda Roth at the Athenaeum in Hartford has been reestablishing a cabinet of curiosities. And one block up the street is Stewart's Museum, opened originally in 1797, then it reopened in 1997. It has a two-headed calf, it has a two-headed pig, it has tea thrown into Boston Harbor. December 16th, 1773.
It's a cabinet of curiosities of just bizarre collections.
And you said to me, is it real? And the answer is, it's right in front of you.
Oh, so it is real, it just might not be authentic. It's sort of like the Charter Oak. I mean,
it's written on the label. How could it be faked?
Well, just like whatever's on the internet, it has to be true. So this might be tea that somehow somebody extracted from the harbor.
You see, in the whole story of Stewart's, there's the picture of the two-headed calf.
Oh, it's a fascinating museum.
It is in your book.
It's in the book.
So people.
So it's got to be true.
This kind of stuff. If it's in print, then it has to be true.
A goat with 3 horns, piece of the Charter Oak.
You see that every day. But now, Connecticut's history, would you say it's stranger than other states, like, say, Jersey or
Better.
Better? Really?
Yeah.
What if somebody's watching on internet from New Jersey today, from Hoboken?
Isn't that their problem?
Substantiate. Tell me.
They probably wish they could come to Connecticut.
Well, they
have
weird New Jersey, but we could always say
that's the Pine Barrens.
We're more wicked.
I think that's the Pine Barrens.
So we're more wicked.
A more wicked history.
Yes.
Their governor does outweigh our governor.
Oh, all right. Okay. Just as we finish up, so who's the top pick for strangest person in Connecticut history? Start with you, Michael.
What do you think, Bill?
I think it's Benedict Arnold.
We kind of came to an agreement about this.
New Haven, he was a pharmacist. He founds the second company, Foot Guard. He goes the minute Lexington and Concord, he forces them to open the powder and goes up there with
undoubtedly he's a hero, but the American, I guess, the political, military bureaucracy did literally stab him in the back and deny him promotions.
Well, he was an egomaniac. And
Well, he stepped on toes.
when
You know,
Washington-
I'm not saying he wasn't a
That
traitor.
little defection might have been a problem.
A little, yeah, he was a
when
major
Washington
traitor.
first meets up with Lafayette and de Grasse and all at the old State House in Hartford, 1780, in Danbury, the Continentals pick up with Major John Andre. And in his boot, they find the papers that Arnold had signed to turn West Point over to the British. And so Washington goes a separate route home. And that's how they nailed John Andre and Benedict Arnold. And Andre is hanged.
Yep.
But if you go to Westminster Abbey in London, right inside the side door, in a major place,
All right.
is his memorial.
Interesting.
Arnold's.
Well, yeah.
No, Major John Andre.
It's all about perspective, right?
No, but yeah.
Whether you love somebody in history or hate them. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I hope you guys will come back soon because we could certainly talk and maybe throw down a bit more very soon sometime. But again, we have Bill Foudy. He is the author of Connecticut Miscellany, and of course, Michael Belava, Wicked New Haven, as well as other Wicked books.
And they're available everywhere. They're ebooks. They're on the internet.
Good to know.
Local bookstores.
If you forget any of that,
If you buy more than 10, there might be a discount.
maybe, possibly. Sam will promise you that one. He'll give you the discount, right? Hey, you know what? Historically, the weather has been pretty good in recent history here in Connecticut. What's the future tell us? Oh, soothsayer.